Good morning, everyone. It is July 23rd, 2024. I hope you guys are doing well this morning. So, I'm sure you noticed the awesome thumbnail and the title, Time for the People to Rise Up, Dark to Light, Expand Your Consciousness. So, I kind of want to take the direction today in that focus. So, we're going to focus on that. We're going to discuss expanding our consciousness, where we are as a collective. We're also going to pull cards on Crooked Joe in a little bit, too. There is a phone call that he supposedly made yesterday before Crazy Kamala spoke, right? So we're going to check in on that, see if it was real, see if it was AI, and also where are the whereabouts of Crooked Joe right now. As we all know that the real one is dead and gone, but we want to know about the character, where they're going to go with this. Are they going to announce a departure, like from the earth departure, death departure? So are they going to announce that, or are they just going to, we're going to look into the next chess move plan with that? I have some feelings that I think they're not done with him yet. And there's a lot that they need to address that he had to do with. And remember the laptop from hell and all of that, Hunter as well. So there's a lot of things left unfinished there. So we'll have to take a look into that. That'll be a little bit later in the show. But I want to keep it really positive here in the beginning, especially because I'm going to replay a very beautiful part of the RNC that Trump spoke. And I think that it's really going to set the tone for what we're going to be discussing today and where our focus truly should be every day, and not so much wrapped up in, some theories that are a little bit crazy and chaotic. Not all of them, because we know a lot of conspiracy theories mostly are true, as we've learned. But also we want to make sure our focus is right where it needs to be as a collective, so that we can all grow together and rise up and unite. And we all have a purpose here in this great awakening. We all agreed to be here. And that's something we're going to discuss today. But let's play this recap. It's beautiful. And I just want to recap it because it's definitely it's the direction he wants us to go as a collective, as the people. We need to stand together more than ever right now. So I'm going to replay this. Here we go.
Friends, delegates, and fellow citizens, I stand before you this evening with a message of confidence, strength, and hope. 4 months from now, we will have an incredible victory, and we will begin the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. Together, we will launch a new era of safety, prosperity, and freedom for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. The discord and division in our society must be healed. We must heal it quickly. As Americans, we are bound together by a single fate and a shared destiny. We rise together or we fall apart. I am running to be president for all of America, not half of America, because there is no victory in winning for half of America. So tonight, with faith and devotion, I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States. Thank you.
All right, so we just saw it, right? And remember what he just said. He's not settling for half, it's settling for everyone, right? The division is a real thing, and that needs to be healed. So that's where we come in. The only ones that can heal it is all of us. So that's why we need to come together. Doesn't matter what color you are, doesn't matter about your sexuality, doesn't matter about anything. But we need to come back to unity, supporting each other, understanding each other, being accepting, love, kindness, all of that. That's what he stands for. He stands for everyone to just unite. It doesn't mean you have to believe the same exact things. No, because we all think differently, but we still need to come together and get back to the base. Come back home, basically. Let your soul return back home. And where that is a home frequency of love. giving, understanding, forgiving, moving forward. So that's what I wanted to talk about, is about the consciousness of the people and where we're at. Good results are happening because, as you all know, a lot of, and it really doesn't matter, if they were Democrats and then they turned Republican, doesn't really matter. It's great that they're doing it. It's great that they're waking up. That's part of the awakening. So, but we can't judge them. And I want to talk about first, and we're seeing a lot of this, right? We see it everywhere. We see it not only online, but we see it in person. Okay. So spiritual ego is a real thing. And that's what I want to talk about. So we'll use JD Vance as an example. He's getting a lot of backlash in the community. All right. So they're really running on that because they're getting some views with it. But anyway, no spiritual ego. So someone of a very high frequency doesn't have a spiritual ego, is not going to put down others for not feeling, or let's say meditating or grounding themselves like they are, right? That's an example. So a spiritual ego would be, I'm better than you because I had a higher frequency. I've done this and that and the other. I've done a lot of work, but you're still 3D. Like that's division. And that's partially what's going on here in the division. This is a spiritual warfare still. So spiritually, when you vibrate at a very high frequency, remember the highest is love, you don't have a spiritual ego. We are very welcoming of all walks of life. Doesn't matter what part of your journey you're at. Way at the beginning, when you're first awakening, you're learning about energy exchange. You're learning that when you, like, we've all done it, we're all human. When we get upset and we have this energy that we project out about someone, or we talk about someone or something. This is an example now. So when you do that, we've learned this over time, but as people do that and project, they're projecting about themselves. Some things, need some healing within themselves. But they will soon learn, and we can't judge them for acting like that. Yes, we can say, wow, that's very low vibrational, and I'm not going to engage in that, and you shouldn't. But we're not going to judge them in a negative way, because we have risen above that point. A higher frequency will be understanding, let them go their own way, wish them well, and move forward. But you are not to judge. We are not to judge each other or put them down because they're still not healed. We're not going to put them down. We're going to let them go do their thing. Hopefully they figure it out. We wish them well. So spiritual ego is a real thing, and it's more than ever right now. You can see it in our community on Rumble and YouTube. Doesn't matter where you look, it's there, right? Putting down each other for how far you've come, or maybe things in your past that you went through. And then, oh, now you're trying to be a good person. Like, people change. That's what life is. We are ever changing, always. So no spiritual ego is a big deal. We need to pay attention to that and not engage in it. Don't feed the fire, right? We always say that. So we are going to get into a few things too. So also, what is your role in the Great Awakening? So this is a huge question that comes to me all the time. What is my soul purpose? Or what is my life purpose? So there's a lot of differences here. So a soul purpose, that is our inner calling, our inner soul. It's what we are passionate about, what we're driven, what we're attracted to doing. I think we're all in agreement that we're all attracted to service to others. We always want to help someone else, because we have that heart coherence where our hearts are open to helping others, or we see ourselves in like a younger version of ourselves. We can see, what they might do next, right? So we try to help them in a very loving manner, not in a bossy manner or telling someone what to do, but in a spiritual, high frequency way, letting them know that, hey, I've been there, maybe not exactly where you are, but I understand. And then give them the best guidance you possibly can. So this is connecting with the God gene that we all have within us. God is within us. He's always with us. But we are that light, and that light is what we need to focus on in every circumstance. Someone pisses you off, we need to get back home to that light and remember, okay, this person is just projecting. we're not going to entertain it. We're going to wish them well. And you're not letting it affect you. It's not going to affect your energetic field because you're strong in your knowing. You are strong in your presence because you have evolved past that. You have been where they have been and you understand. So you need to come back home to your space, to your energetic field. You are protected. You don't even have to say, I need all the spiritual protection, because when you do that, you're actually believing that something's after you. Okay, so psychology does play a role in this. That's thought forms, and you don't want to form thought forms of belief that something's out to get you. You are standing strong in your energetic field, in your frame, your energy frame. You are strong enough. As long as you don't feed into it and you don't accept into any of that behavior or that energy, then you're fine. There's a lot of people that are coming to me that are so scared that someone is after them or has cast a spell or all that kind of stuff. But honestly, that could be true. But if you are strong in your frame, in your energetic field, then you are fine. You are protected. Just like our President Trump. He is so protected. He is such a strong being. We know that he is possibly, I think he is galactic. I feel like he's got so much more to him. He is such a powerful being that no one can stop him. No one can interfere with his energetic field. He has been bashed. He has been through it, right? We have seen it. They have done so many terrible things towards him, and he is like a brick wall. Nothing knocks him down. They can do or say anything, and he is still in his frame. Okay, so he's a perfect example, honestly, and that's why he's on the thumbnail. He is a perfect example of being very evolved, being highly intelligent, and unbreakable. And that's where our focus is. He wants that for all of us because it's all within us. We have that within us, and that's the light. That's the God gene. You have strong belief in that, or even if you don't believe that, if you believe just the universe, that's fine. Totally fine. So whatever it is, that greater power, that light within you, you believe in that, you own it, you feel it, you stay in that frame. Nothing can affect you. Nothing. So I wanted to talk about that, and also about the difference between the life purpose and soul purpose. So I was saying that the soul purpose is what you are drawn to, what you just without a doubt, you want to help someone, or you want to do a certain thing or create something. So that is a soul purpose. A life purpose, there's more than one life purpose. We all have multiple life purposes in this lifetime and every other lifetime. But a lot of times, our past lives, you are repeating a lot of those same life purposes. So they will seem very, very familiar to you and easy, and like it just flows, like you've done this before. So I guess I'll use myself as an example. A lot of this stuff I've already done. I know that. I've channeled that. I've connected with my team, spiritual team, and I know that I have done this before. This is not the first time. But this is a different time period. This is the Great Awakening. So this is about saving humanity. This is helping humanity not self-sabotage anymore. Because when we self-sabotage, you will destroy your whole soul essence. And then this is our last reincarnation. I do believe that. This is our last incarnation. So this is the time to really let our soul be itself and be comfortable with who you are. This is the time. This is the greatest time for all of us to come together in knowing that. And I see a great question in the chat by Care. Why people hurt good people? That is, let's rewind. Let's rewind. So people hurt good people because there's still a lot of healing within them. And that's when I was talking about ego, no spiritual ego. So those that hurt us, and I'll use myself as an example because I don't want to poke at anybody. So spiritual ego. So when you're being criticized, okay, someone has a perspective about you that they've created in their own mind based on certain things, characteristics, things that you've done possibly. things that they've seen, things that they've heard. So those types of things. Their perspective comes from a very broken place within them that is not healed. So therefore, they project. But as they're projecting out towards that person in attack mode, basically, they're not consciously aware that it's about them, that what they're saying is actually a reflection of who they are and what's going on within. So no spiritual ego is also a role in that, because those that do hurt good people also, and they're good people too, it's just they have a lot to heal. So but what they do is they turn into a spiritual ego, especially if they're in this if they're trying to work on themselves but they're not quite there yet, and they're not because they're projecting. So then they will criticize the person too, and have more of that narcissistic side of them come out in saying like that they're better. They will just lead to that illusion of, I'm better than this person, because of this, that, and the other, because you did this. So it's a lot about what's within them. They are good people too, but they are broken and they just need to heal that part of themselves. And then usually they do. Most people do heal. Most people change. And that has always been something that was thrown aside. You'll hear it in the past. People always say, oh, people never change, right? But honestly, there's a lot of people that change for the better because they believe and they start to love themselves. Only people that love themselves will change. So we always want to go about it without no ego, no spiritual ego, no ego at all. If someone is hurting you, you're a good person. We're all good people. We have to heal. And Trump was talking about that also. We all need to heal as a collective and stop dividing. Doesn't even matter what the topic is. We just need to stop dividing, right? So it's a big deal. We need to talk about that always. We need to set our focus though back on ourselves too. And remember, it's not narcissistic. It is not selfish to focus on self-love, to focus on what you're trying to create, because we're all here as creators. Every past life reading that I do, and I'm going to show you guys in a minute, it's on my website still, but in the past life, so in the birth chart part of your section of the North Node, South Node, is a lot of, I get so many downloads when I meet with you, and a lot of you can definitely resonate because we've already met and talked about it, but it really shows and sheds light on where you've been and where you're going. And it really ties into the now. And it's tying into the now because we're in the Great Awakening. It's really advancing every single day. We're getting stronger and stronger, not only as a collective, but personally. So our senses are higher. We're tapping into different frequencies. And if you feel that you can't tap into different frequencies, you please, you got to change your story. Stop telling yourself that, because you are what you believe. And that's not a cliche. That is a real thing. If you are saying I am blocked and I can't tap in, or, I don't have abilities, I don't have psychic abilities. Well, you do. But if you keep believing that you don't, well, then you're not going to have it, right? So that's something that's on the daily. I get asked that, but we need to help each other, encourage each other, empower each other. So I need all of you. Yes, I'm a guide and I do it full time, but all of us are guides. All of us. We're all here, and that's why I put that. Did I put that on the thumbnail? I think. What is your role in the Great Awakening? Well, guess what your role is. I know number one, your role is to help others, to service to others, in whatever way that you love, what comes natural to you. For some people, it's about helping children and helping them learn from a very young age, like, little, to know that they are powerful, that they are original, and it's okay to be who you are and be interested in art versus, wanting to be a scientist. That's an example. It just came to me. But I mean, really, I think that's where it starts too. Like, there's just different callings. We're all healers, all of us. And I get that. Everyone asks me every day, what is my purpose? What is my life purpose? Well, number one, you have more than one life purpose. You got tons of them. So when I'm pulling cards and I'm channeling, I will see tons of different things that you've already done, and you usually will say, yeah, I used to be a nurse, or I used to do this or that. And then it's showing me the future, and then it's showing me what I'm picking up, other things that I'm picking up, that this is the direction you're possibly going to go, but it is your free will. But this is what I'm seeing here. And that's another thing, free will. When you come for a reading, a channeling from me with the cards or without the cards, because sometimes I go off like I am right now and it's just without the cards. When you come to me, just expect you're going to probably get the past rerun, and then you're also going to get the future, because that's the way it's delivered to me. So my guides show me the past, and then they tie it in with the future, and then free will, choices. So I'm always thinking, like, it looks like the Seven of Cups. So it's a lot of choices. It's a lot of different options and directions you can go. But it's also showing me what you already can tap into, but you might not believe it in yourself. So I see that all the time. We are all healers. We all have psychic abilities. We have all of it. So now is the time, more than ever, for you guys to really believe it. Start believing in yourselves. And I know I always talk about that, but it's so true. And then I wanted to go over this real quick too, the nervous system, how it is a conductor of our consciousness. So feeling to heal as well. So let me stop there before I go too wild here. So the nervous system, if it's out of whack, if we are upset, if we're nervous, we have anxiety, or you're going through something stressful, right? It's going to throw your nervous system off. So a lot of you will ask me, why can't I tap in? I can't tap in. Well, number one, because you're believing you can't tap in, but also number two, the other factors play a big role in what your environment is like. Your environment, the people you surround yourself with, what you do for a living. Maybe you hate your job, 9 to 5 or something, but that's an example. It's just everything plays a role. Maybe you're not in the best relationship because you've outgrown your partner, or vice versa, right? So your nervous system is going to be completely thrown off, and that is the conductor of consciousness. And to rise higher in consciousness, 5D and above, remember too, I have to address it because we have new people coming through. When we are ascending, and that means expanding our consciousness, 5D and above, and more and more and more, right? As we evolve, no one is physically going anywhere. I just want to say that. No one's physically going anywhere. They're not going to just vanish and, oh my gosh, where'd they go? But here's their hat. It's not happening. So what it is, when we expand our consciousness, when we ascend, it is all consciousness. It is how you think, how you act, how you feel, and how you tap in. So going back to the nervous system, you want to make sure, and this has a lot to do with your chakras. It has a lot to do with those, the lower chakras a lot too, because the lower chakras have to be aligned for your heart chakra to be open. So think of that too. So there's a lot of factors, right? So you want to put yourself in a beautiful environment of calmness, whatever your environment is that makes you feel calm, at peace. Even if you, like most of your family, because I know there's a lot of you out there, let's say some of your family they're just not there yet, right? They're on their journey, they're awakening on different levels. So what I would advise is to make a designated area in your home, maybe on your porch. Nature is number one. Oh my gosh, that would be beautiful if you could get yourself out in nature more. You just need a place for yourself to basically decompression, to strengthen and heal your nervous system. And feel to heal is a real thing too. We always talk about that. But letting your emotions come out, let yourself cry, let yourself write down. I mean, I write all the time, but I'm writing and I'm sorting things through my mind and I'm releasing. So that's why I always recommend that. But feel to heal. And that's what I'm also preparing for you guys. I am making, not only am writing a book, but I have journals coming out very soon for you guys. And we're going to do this together. There will be a workshop that's coming very soon as well. So it will be like a Zoom get together, but workshop that we talk about these things and really try to help each other heal. Like everything I'm talking about today, we're going to help each other with the knowledge that we've come this far with all our life experiences, we can help each other, and that's what that's about. So it will be like a journaling class, basically workshop, but the journaling will also be a part of each morning show. So even if you're not in the class, you're still getting some knowledge there. But anyway, getting into your awareness, your creativity. A lot of you will come to me and say, I'm not creative. You know, that's a lie that you tell yourself, because God is within us, right? And if you don't believe in that, then the universe, you could say, is within you. So, and I use both because we are all creators. We are all very creative. We are all healers. So it's just about you tapping into it. And you need to surpass that identity that you're giving yourself in this timeline. So, what I mean by that is the identity of your past. Are you defying yourself as your past? Are you telling yourself you are still this same person? You're not over this, that, and the other? Because if you are, then you're basically keeping yourself at a very stagnant level there, right? So once you break free from that, you're going to be very creative. You're going to be able to tap into all these different frequencies, and it allows you to rise higher and higher. The more we rise higher, and I'm talking about frequency and vibration, basically the same thing. So when we rise higher, you are already protecting yourself from other energies that may try to interfere. Going back to Trump, he's a perfect example of that. So he's a very strong voice, right? And he has a power within him. His aura is beautiful, and he is very strong. Nothing can knock him down. Words are nothing, and bullets are fake, but real too. Not going to knock him down. Okay, so we have to really get into our frame, and that's what I'm talking about, is your energetic frame, who you are. Just embrace who you are and run with it, because you can do all of these things. Create, tap into other energies, speak with the other side, beings on the other side. We all can do it. It's not a special thing that only certain people have. It's all of you. You are also special and also gifted and all made of love. You really are. And that's something that we get away from and we don't realize on the day to day, but you truly are. So before this show just gets too long, I am going to move on, but I just wanted to address some of those things. And you know what's so beautiful about all this, as we are uniting and we are coming together and we are all rising above, what's happening is, and it's already happened, and it's beautiful, even though it's bittersweet. Some of our loved ones have been pretty much, they've fallen out of our everyday lives, but I do believe it's temporary. I do. I feel that they're on a different timeline than you because of a frequency mismatch. Frequency mismatches similar to a radio station like we used to listen to. Some of them are very staticky, and they're not going to connect to the ones that are clear because they're just too staticky right now. So you're going to turn that dial to something more clear, more easy, and just it flows. And that's what happens in relationships, family, friends, all of it. But it normally will be temporary. It might be years in, spaces in between, but eventually they can come back together. So don't give up on those that you did love and that you do love. And there's a temporary, space there between you guys, because I am a big believer in change. People come back, people realize, they awaken in many different ways, personally and all of that. So I know a lot of you have family members that, children even, that just don't talk to you anymore, or because of all this nonsense in the world that has happened has really caused that divide. But we're seeing more and more families coming back together, and that's part of my mission here, is to help your families, to help your situations, to help you guys come back together, to kind of see what truly happened. Sometimes it takes someone on the outside to really hear your story and really listen, and then it's pretty simple usually, but it's temporary. I can feel it. I know families are coming back together right now because I'm hearing it and I'm seeing it. But there's so much more to come. So if it hasn't happened for you yet, it will. It just takes patience, forgiveness, Whoever hasn't forgiven someone yet, that's usually the holdup. Okay, so just be patient. Love is patient, love is kind, love is forgiving. So it's coming. But anyway, let's move on. We're going to move forward here. So feel free to throw some questions in the chat. We're going to readdress something that's going on. So yesterday, right? So yesterday, Crazy Kamala had her dumb little speech. And I know I shouldn't say dumb, but for her I can because it's true. But anyways, and before that, here's something cute. So you guys know I'm going to be a poll watcher for the Trump polls if there is a contest. But anyway, they're re-releasing the white hats. So I wanted to throw that out there. Re-releasing the white hats. All right. So if you guys are interested, they are now available. You guys can go to donaldjtrump.com. But yeah, I'm getting one because I'm going to wear it everywhere, especially at the polls. So make America great again in Trump. And how cute, right? White hats being released again. There you go. There's a little calm for you. We're all white hats. So anyways, let's readdress this. So I'm going to play just a little bit of this phone call. But I would love to hear you guys in the chat. What are your opinions? Is this an AI? Because we haven't seen Crooked Joe, right? We haven't actually seen him for quite some time now. So let's take a look. Proof of Life by Benny Johnson. Here we go.
This is a Fox News alert. President Biden called into Kamala Harris in Wilmington, Delaware. Let's listen.
Okay, so much more we're going to get done. And so I want to say hello to Kamala if she can hear me. I know she's going to be speaking shortly. And I want to say to the team, embrace her. She's the best. I want to call today to thank everybody in this effort. I know yesterday's news was surprising and it's hard for you to hear, but it was the right thing to do. I know it's hard because you poured your heart and soul into me to help us win this thing. Help me get this nomination. Help me win the nomination.
Okay, that's enough of that. So let's pull cards because it's fun. And I know a lot of you are sending me emails because they're like, hey, we haven't seen Crooked Joe. Can you please pull cards? Especially about this phone call. So let me see. Did I make a banner of the actual question that came through? Yeah, here we go. So was the call from Crooked Joe AI? And when will they announce his Earth departure, meaning his death? We already know he's already gone. All right. Raven's Wings 33. I want to hold yours up. And nice to see Elisa. And she's got a bunch of coffins there. Very cool. So Raven's Wings 33. She believes it's AI. Rumors are Joe hit his head in Nevada and passed. Oh, okay. Well, let's pull on that. I'm going to leave your little comment there. Let's take a look. All right. Now, the real one, yes, Manifesting Marion, and shout out to you. She's got it right on. The real Joe has been gone for a very long time. But as we know, this is a movie. This is playing out, and Buckshot. But yes, it's a movie. It's been playing. They're playing it out. But for the awakening, because this is not really for us, okay? Because we are knowing what's going on. But this is for those that need to still awaken. So it's got to be played out in a way that they understand and that will really sink in for them. Because why not? It's no better than a movie. A movie will really get their attention, and that's what this is. Even the little trial going on right now about the Secret Service, I'm sure you guys have seen clips of that. You can clearly feel the vibe, the energy. It's so put on. But it's great. It's great because what that's doing is it's exposing the Secret Service. It's exposing all the agencies, because what they're going to do is tie in all the agencies. The three-letter agency are all going to tie in, and they're going to expose all of that too. So interesting. It's very cool. But anyway, was the call from Crooked Joe AI? Here we go. And is he dead? Are they going to announce that he's dead? We know that he is, but are they going to announce it? Here we go. Here's the Magician. So it is a trick. All right, because I hear trick right away. It's just a trick. So yes, it's a fake phone call. All right, AI generated, I believe so. Now they're tricking the people for sure. They're tricking the masses. Now, are we going to see an announcement of his death? Let's see. All right, so we have the Arcana Shores card. It is about freedom. It has many different meanings, but in this question, okay, because it was designed to be about evolving and really surpassing and knowing who you are, kind of like what we were talking about today. But anyways, with the question though, when you read tarot, you have to make it resonate with the question. So we're talking about, are they going to announce his, the death? Are they finally going to just let it out, right? I don't feel, because we're getting this card and what's coming through to me, I don't feel just yet. That is in the future. So it's in the future. It's not quite yet. Not quite. But it's coming. But I don't think they're finished with him yet. So there's a lot more exposure to do around him. So yes, in the future, just not quite yet. So not this week. But let's see. 10 of Swords, so the betrayal of the people, okay? So betrayal, also all the dishonesty and behind the scenes things. Like I said in the opening here, what about that laptop from hell? He is so heavily tied in that. If they were to announce his death right now, then they're not really letting the character of Crooked Joe suffer for everything that he's done. They want to hold him accountable, just like we know Trump wants to hold accountable towards the Clintons as well, Hunter, and then also, of course, Crooked Joe, Obama, all of it. They're not going to let him off the hook by just, he's gone, he's dead. They're not going to do that yet. They still need this character to let him have it. You know what I mean? Roast him. So all the betrayal, all the hurt towards humanity, we already know what all this is, but for those of you that are new, we're talking about some really serious things here that were very disturbing if you didn't see some of the videos that were released years prior. Very dirty. I'm sure you've heard of the conspiracies that you called conspiracies, and probably all of us you've called conspiracy theorists. But those are all true. Those are all true, and it's all evidence from especially Crooked Hillary being one of the top leaders of this dark cabal and what they've done to humanity and to our young generation. So if you are new here, there's a lot of research that you can still do. And a lot of these beautiful souls in the live chat, reach out to any of them if you need any more information outside of the channel, because I can't say certain things on YouTube. But if you do need more insight and you want to learn what else is there that I am not aware of because you're just waking up, then please reach out to anyone. Even reach out to my email, starcanashores@gmail.com. I will put that up there. This is for anyone that's newly awakening and you want to know, like, what are you talking about? Because I can't say it on here. But there's been very dark, terrible things that have happened. And all of these terrible people are connected. They are all very evil. Obama, Hillary, Crooked Joe, all of them. Hunter, all of them. And so many more. And all the agencies and many companies. So if you need help and you don't know what we're talking about here, you can reach out to me, starcanashores@gmail.com. And anyone in the chat, I'm sure that they are willing to tell you as well because they know. But yes, I just wanted to say that because, guys, we have a lot of newcomers to the channel. And while I'm remembering that, I would also, if you guys don't mind, check that you're still subscribed. And if you are a newcomer here right now, please hit that subscribe button, like, and share if you like what you see here. If not, hit the down button, whatever you feel. But anyways, definitely, I would appreciate if you guys would like to subscribe. But yeah, that's for all the newcomers. If you're just newly awakened, you're like, oh my gosh, what's all the stuff they're trying to talk about here? Yeah, all of us here know, and we're willing to help you because we are here. King of Wands, no, you're not. That's funny. But anyways, yes, we're all here to help you in this shift because that's what's happening, a shift in humanity. But I'm loving what we're seeing. We're seeing more and more people wake up, lifetime people that have been democratic and loved those people. There's so many people that loved Hillary. Like, I don't know how, but they did. They were brainwashed. But they're finally coming around, and they are just so taken back by all this stuff. So that's what we're here for. We're here to help them too. So any questions in the chat before I wrap up the show would be appreciated here. Yeah, exactly, Diane. I know I forgot their name. They're very bad, very dark. The Bushes as well. Welcome to the party, pals. Manifesting Marin. Yes, welcome all the new subscribers and watchers if you're just watching. Larry Hansen, the mystic sees things how they are not, how they are told. Love and light and truth shall prevail. Yes, always. Yes, and we all know and can tap in and feel that inner truth. We know. Just if you're a little bit, so there's a lot of shows out there, right? And I respect all of them because they all are coming with their own opinions and what they're thinking is the next move and stuff like that. It's great because we're all tapping in. We all have different perspectives, and it's beautiful to see. But also, you guys, like, take moments of your day and tap into your own opinion, not what everyone else is thinking or spewing out there. We want you guys to do that. We want you to tap into, what do you think? What is your perspective? What is the next move you're thinking with this chess game here, this movie, Peggy Randolph, let's check in on you. What about the earthquake that Nino, and shout out to Nino out there, is talking about, that this is in the middle of the USA going through Memphis, Tennessee. I know. I've been seeing this. They're passing this little map around. You watched this on the History Channel about 15 years ago. All right. So the History Channel, I've pulled cards on that before, and not everything on that History Channel. A lot of that is fake. All right. So we have to look at that too. But let's go back to, I'm going to leave Nino out of it because we don't want to have his energy interfering with the question. But what I will ask, and plus we don't have his permission. So what I want to ask is about the earthquake that is being thrown out there. This information about an earthquake in the middle of the USA going through Memphis, Tennessee. Is this true? So let me take these back. So is this true? Is this really going to happen? Here we go. So we have the 10 of Cups. Now the 10 of Cups, you have to remember, in numerology, I tie it in with tarot. A lot of readers do, but it works for me. The 10 is completion. So I don't believe so, because there's completion here, and there's harmony, and there's goodness here. We're not seeing the Tower card. We're not seeing the Death card of transformation. We are seeing the 10 of Cups of harmony, love, and coming together, I feel here. Unity. So this is a no when it comes to an earthquake that's going to rip through the country. I think, and I'm going to ask, is this just fear that's being spread, that's getting a hold of the consciousness of those that are still a bit vulnerable, because we're all on different parts of the journey. And I feel like, is this just to get the fear enraged in those that are still vulnerable? Here we go. Yes or no? Queen of Cups. Yes. This is just to spread some war out there. All right. So unfortunately, that's a yes. Here we go. Justice card. Truth will be revealed. Manipulation of weather. Manipulation of all of that. That truth is still to be revealed. Yes, we're aware of it. But to the masses, it is not quite revealed yet. So we just need to see the justice. Let's see what else is coming on here. We got Larry Hansen again. Holding on to my heart. What resonates with me. And Kristen is one of those that resonates. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. So sweet. And thank you for being here, Escape. I love it. And yes, I'm glad that you're here too. Appreciate it. And let's see, one old soul. Are you in Texas? Oh, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Cute. Let's see. And we're also going to have another soul meet coming up in August. It'll be the second Saturday of every month. But a soul meet is when all of you guys can get together basically like a live chat, but you guys could see each other. So it's a Zoom party. 100 people max, because you can't go over 100. That'd just be too many, right? But yeah, that's, if you guys are interested, go to starcanashores@gmail.com. I'll send you a link. That'll be for August. But yeah, very exciting, you guys. But hey, I think that we are pretty much wrapped up. I do want to see this other question. I'll take a couple more. We'll get into the Lionsgate just after this. I like that. Magic 171. You'll be next here. So Manifesting Marin, is Operation War Speed really a calm for how fast the past 4 years went? I swear time sped up for this movie so it wouldn't be as painful. Where has the time gone? That's a great, great observation. Now, Operation War Speed, I will look into that. And I do agree with you. Time is just crazy fast. Even this week, like it was just Sunday and now it's Monday. You know what I mean? Like it's Tuesday. What happened? So even these days, especially right now, are very fast. So let's see, is Operation War Speed really a calm for how the past 4 years have gone? Let's see. Two of Cups. So it's a collaboration energy with something else. So I do believe it is a calm. It's a partial calm. There's more to it. So Operation War Speed, I'm also picking up that that's not the name for it for others, for those that are, I guess, the good guys, the white hat team. I mean, we're all white hats, but you know what I mean. So there's another name for it. There's more to this. Is it galactic? Because that's what I'm picking up. Let's see. Is there a galactic collaboration? Yep, because of the new Earth. That's what I get with this card. New Earth energy is what's coming in. That's what I heard. This is the Fool card in the Arcana Shores deck. So, but what I'm picking up is the New Earth energy. So that's what's happening here. Why time is speeding up so fast is, yes, the galactics are involved. They're connecting time and space, and also time as we know it truly isn't real. So we're actually living in more real time frames right now. It is supposed to be fast. So we're actually we're noticing this difference because consciously we're rising higher, but also we're almost matching the planet. So the planet is very high, but we are trying to match that. We're evolving every day. The more we evolve, the more the planet evolves, time and space. So this is how it's supposed to be. But I do believe, and I'm probably crazy for saying it, but I do believe time is going to speed up even faster. So interesting, but thank you for your question. And then I'm going to take this other one. We're all by Magic 171. So we are entering into the A8 Lionsgate portal now. Big magical energies. Keep manifesting your hopes and dreams. That is so true. And this is the time you're going to feel and find yourself really being super, super intuitive. You're going to be tapping into different frequencies, more creativity, especially with the with the Leo Lionsgate portal, okay? Because it is in Leo season, right? Straight up, strongest Leo point, 8-8. So definitely, you're going to take on those energies. It really, everything that you're good at, the passions that you have, are going to dominate. It's about domination right now. So you're going to be even more powerful than you've been. You just have to believe it. It's very true. But anyways, guys, before I leave, I did want to let you know, especially if you don't know what my website is, it's arcanashores.net. So this is where you can find all my readings. And the one I was talking about earlier with past life, I offer past life readings. You can ask for that in a one-on-one. And in the express readings, you can also ask for a past life. But also, what I love to do, and I'm very passionate about it, is the birth chart astrological readings with past life. So yes, I do pretty much zoom in on your past life, where you've been and where you're going. And this really helps you determine, okay, like my soul purpose. And also it helps you determine your next move. I always encourage and remind you that it's your own free will, but reviewing your chart and also pulling cards and really tapping into your past life versus where you're going now, it really gives you a really great perspective And it helps you to appreciate just how far you've come. Because when you do that, that's when you can tap into your soul purpose, by appreciating how far you've come. So it's a very fascinating, the birth chart readings. I'm having a lot of fun with that, with the past life. And then a reminder that the express recorded readings. So this week, I am going to have these back to you probably within 24 to 32 hours. That's what I'm ranking at right now. So I was up very late last night. But yep, express recorded readings, you can expect them back within 24 to 32 hours. So if you already previously ordered, I did see them, and you're going to receive them in that time frame from right now. I have been working away on it, and I appreciate all of you who keep ordering. I appreciate it. So you send me 4 questions, and then I make you a video, and I send you the video with the answers and the card pulling and everything. So it's really fun. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and supporting me every day, and sending you guys much love. Stay positive, and just think about what we talked about earlier, because it really will help you push forward, and just be excited about life every day, and what you're going to create, what you're going to do, who you're going to interact with. Our loved ones are very special. The ones that you have around you right now, especially right now, they're very special to your new beginning, your new earth. Wow, there's that card again. That's probably why I said it. That Fool card right there. So it triggers me to say the new earth energy. So those that we have around us right now are making a huge impact on the new earth with us. So they are our soul family. So just like all of you are my soul family. So thank you guys for being here, and you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.